Okay, everyone. I think I'm going to get started. Looks like people are starting to trickle in. First of all, I want to thank everyone for making it to this forum this morning. And good morning and welcome to this BayREN Regional Forum on linking energy, equity, and public health. We're really excited to have you join us, and we have some great speakers lined up. My name is Damian Hardman, and I'm the BayREN representative for the County of Contra Costa. My colleague, Kellen Damon, the BayREN representative for the County of Marin, will also be joining me as a co-host for today's event. Next slide, Kellen. All right, before we get started with the speakers, let's do a quick review of the Zoom functions. Most of you will see there's no video camera that's needed. Please use the chat feature to interact with panelists and other participants, and then make sure you use the Q&A function if you have questions. And we will break out questions at the end of each session. Next slide. And Zoom meeting how-tos, basics here. This just basically shows you where you can find stuff for the chat, for the Q&A, and then if you want to raise your hand. Next slide. All right, what is BayREN? BayREN is the Bay Area Regional Energy Network. It's a highly effective and trusted government organization for delivery of targeted, integrated, regional scale climate solutions focused on energy, water, and resiliency. BayREN has been in operation for 7 years, but the local governments and program managers that make up BayREN have been working on energy issues much longer. BayREN builds on its experience and knowledge of local governments to address critical needs, fill service gaps, and establish innovative solutions. It covers the 9 Bay Area counties, and they successfully implement a suite of programs and services to 20% of California's population. Our overarching goals is building local capacity. We're solution-oriented, climate change resiliency, and economic development. And next slide. All right, there are representatives from each of the 9 Bay Area counties to support BayREN programs. We'll do a quick roll call for each who are on the call. And with that, I'll start with Stop Waste, Emily Alvarez.
Hi everyone, I'm sorry to not have my video on, but I don't have the best internet connection right now, but I'm the Stop Waste, or I'm the BayREN County Rep for Codes from Alameda County, and I work with Stop Waste, so thank you.
Great, thanks Emily. And Deborah? If Deborah.
Hi, I'm Deborah Elliott, and I am the BayREN representative for Napa County. If you have any questions about anything BayREN in Napa, feel free to drop me an email, and I think our emails are on the slide, which will be emailed out. Thanks.
Great, thanks Deborah. And Susan Wright?
Hi everyone, I'm Susan Wright from the County of San Mateo Office of Sustainability, and I am the BayREN rep and also my colleague Denise Lynn.
And our Sonoma County representative?
Good morning, everyone. I'm Chris Condon. I'm with the County of Sonoma Energy and Sustainability Division. Sorry, I was having a little technical difficulty with that video. County of Sonoma Energy and Sustainability Division, and I am the Sonoma County Codes and Standards rep. So please reach out with questions about the programs.
Great, thank you. And I've already introduced myself, Damian Hardman, Contra Costa County BayREN representative for our Department of Conservation and Development. Next person for the City and County of San Francisco.
Hey, good morning, Damian.
Good morning.
Barry Hooper with the San Francisco Department of the Environment, representing City and County of San Francisco.
Great, and our Santa Clara County representative.
Good morning, everyone. This is Brianne Boyle here, and I am your Codes and Standards rep for Santa Clara County. So please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions for me.
Great, and Kellen from Marin County.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kellen Damon with the County Marin Community Development Agency, BayREN rep for Codes and Standards and Single Family. We also work with MC Healthy Homes. So we're going to be getting into that information a little bit later. So if you have any questions about that program, you can reach out to me there as well.
And Solano County, J. Paul, are you there?
I am. I'm here. Good morning,
Great.
everyone. I'm J. Paul Harrington with Solano Economic Development Corporation, and I am your BayREN representative for the County of Solano. Hope you enjoy the forum today.
Great. And last but not least, our Karen Christensen.
Hi, folks. I'm Karen Christensen. I work at ABAG MTC, and I am the BayREN Codes and Standards Program Manager. Thank you all very much for joining us this morning.
Great. All right. Next slide. All right. Before we get started, we gave you a little bit of an overview of what our BayREN, what BayREN is about. Now, this is just a quick slide. Tells you, what generally what our programs are. So we have a single family home plus rebate program that provides rebates as part kind of a tandem tied in program is our green labeling program. So that's where you can get a score on your home that gives you an idea of where you are at with energy efficiency. And then there's also a rebate for that as well. And then we have our Bay Area Multifamily Building Enhancements. That's our multifamily rebate program. And then we have a BayREN business program, our water upgrade save, and our codes and standards program, which is what is today's event is being brought to you by our codes and standards program. And all of the list of real detailed info, I'm not going to go into it, is you can go to our BayREN website at bayren.org. Next slide. All right. So since we are talking about codes and standards, and this forum is brought to you by Codes and Standards, did want to talk to you a little bit about what things that Codes and Standards provides. We provide compliance improvement, so resources to address compliance improvement for local governments, and then policy assistance as well. So best practices, developing resources for that as well. It's really all about trying to improve compliance for our building code, our Title 24 Part 6, which is the energy code. Next slide. All right, other stuff that we provide for codes and standards, like I said, really it's about helping local governments. So we have energy code trainings as well. We have free live online trainings, and then on-demand heat pump hot water trainings are available as well. And there are some links there that you can take advantage of regarding what we offer. And also one thing that's key to a lot of the building officials is you get credits for actually taking these trainings that are offered. Next slide. All right, other great program we have is our municipal Z&E or Zero Net Carbon Technical Assistance. It's a really awesome program for trying to see what you're going to do on a municipal side for Z&E, and there's a lot of resources available for that as well. Next slide. All right, our e-permit tool, which is something I'm very familiar with. I've worked with e-permit tool is available to walk you through 3 types of home projects: hot water heater replacement, roof replacement, and windows as well. So it really, if you really want to know what's required in the energy code and you don't know what kind of windows you want to replace or roof or what's needed to ensure you're in compliance with the energy code, this tool kind of guides you through the process, to kind of explain what's needed. And we have a generic tool, and there's also some cities have opted to have their own to kind of customized tool as well, which cities can ask to have done as well. All right, next slide. All right, for your presentation materials, once we get started here, you can get all of this information on our website, and it'll also be emailed to you. Next slide. Okay, our famous disclaimer, I just have to read this. The views expressed in these presentations are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the position of the Association of Bay Area Governments, the Bay Area Regional Energy Network, or the jurisdictions that BayREN represents. Any questions pertaining to the views and information in the presentation should be directed to the authors. Next slide. All right, this is a quick agenda overview, which provides, kind of what we're going to be talking about a little bit today on energy equity and public health. First, I'm going to get started with a quick why we're here, kind of set the context before we jump into our speakers. We'll have a quick break at 10:05, and then after closing remarks and after panel Q&A, we'll also have breakout rooms. So we're going to have a separate link for breakout rooms at around 10:30 to or 11:30 to 11:40 probably, which is where we're going to break out into rooms to talk about, different criteria that from the speakers if you're interested. And I'll leave it at that. And let me get started with my quick kind of set the tone. All right. So why are we here? So there's a lot of discussion on the policy side, a lot of discussion just generally. If you think about public health with COVID-19, what does that mean for us? What does that mean for codes and standards? What does that mean for people of, disproportionate or low income communities, our disadvantaged communities? How do we address all these issues, right? So, we're really trying to have a discussion today about connecting energy inequity and public health and how that relates to energy efficiency, right? And really, in order to do that, we have to understand what energy inequity really is, or does it even pertain to some? Maybe people don't even know what that means, right? So you're going to get a presentation. Our first presenter is really going to help us with some data analytics, like what are they doing? What are the research finding related to energy inequity? That's going to be really key, I think, to kind of starting the conversation. And then we're going to talk about, some things from presenters about like what have we currently been doing, existing energy efficiency resources to kind of address, maybe the low income population or, disadvantaged communities or other communities that are, disproportionately affected because of the environment and other factors. And again, how does this relate to public health? You might be asking, well, energy efficiency is about, sealing up the home. Well, there's a lot of information about there that we've realized related to health. If you don't have good enough housing or the housing is old, that really can have an impact on health outcomes and other. So we're going to have, some presentations on a national perspective on what we're doing, what different organizations are doing nationally on this issue, on kind of green building or a healthy home. And then we're going to talk to you about a local project that is something that's just getting up off the ground that kind of sets the tone. And I'll leave it at that. And I will pass it on to Kellen from Marin County so he can introduce our first speaker.